Hey guys, so welcome to the episode 3 of the podcast. I've had a really good time making those and I appreciate the support. So with this third one, a lot of people that are into mountain biking, especially, they don't want to spend a ton of money, and my other stuff has been getting to a little bit too much depth for someone who just wants to get the best performing bike at the lowest possible cost without getting a Walmart bike, which we'll funnily actually talk about later in the video. So when you're getting into it, you'll probably want to get a hardtail. In fact, I recommend getting a hardtail unless you only have a bike park to ride and you just have like big, heavy descents without much climbing. Then you can get a full suspension, but hardtails are a lot cheaper and they teach you the necessary skills. So start with a hardtail for sure. And I'll be talking about what you can do to get the best possible bike and what you actually need, what you don't, and what not to cheap out on. Okay. So I'm going to keep this short because you don't want to watch a super long podcast if you're just starting, and you'll probably only buy from store just the complete bike because you won't want to build one up, especially if you're a beginner and you're just wanting for a $2,000 bike. You're not going to buy it because it's more money, but that's not the point. So start with the hardtail for sure. And then let's talk about the fork. The fork, generally, start with a good fork because that's a good one. And a good fork will last you than a fork that has a spring inside. It's just a big steel spring. And that's on a lot of beginner bikes. I'm not saying it's bad, but it barely qualifies as suspension. Like, we know those shiny forks on the outside, not that those are always bad, but most of the time, it's a big, heavy steel spring. You can't change anything on it. And the suspension barely works. Like, it will not slide into it. So start with something that actually has air, that is an air sprung. Shock like a Fox Rhythm. That's a great one. It may be like even too much because that's just like all their Fox's amazing forks. But get something that is air sprung. And you don't have to, but you'll get much better quite soon. And you won't be wanting to ride suspension with 10 millimeters of travel that weighs a ton. That's my first recommendation, is get a fork with air that you can adjust. Okay, so my second one is going to be for the brakes. Get hydraulic disc brakes. You don't want pad brakes, the rim brakes, and you don't want... Or these are fine to start with, but generally you don't want mechanical disc brakes. It's the same situation as the fork. It's just a lot better. It's not that much more, but get like a 2-piston or even a 4-piston. Just get hydraulic brakes. Those are the ones with tubes and they have oil inside. Yes. And the rest, you really don't need to be getting that deep if you're just starting. Yeah, so those are the 2 most important ones, and that should be enough if you're just starting. I might make a more detailed one, but if you enjoy this, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.